This news update is brought to you by...
When you go with Flow, you get to bundle it. Bundling is essential with Flow. Get Flow TV, broadband, and home phone from as low as $160 a month. That's less than $5.50 a day. Plus, upsize your broadband and home packages from only $5. And there's more. You get free movies for 3 months and a 50% off selected TV bolt-on. Trust the network that is built, ready, and proven. This is how we flow. Bundle it.
Sign up before October 31st to get the Flow Sports Premier Pack free for 6 months.
This is the Barbados Today Morning News for Monday, October 17. Thank you for joining us. I am Mary-Claire Williams. We begin with news that Labour Minister Dr Esther Byer-Suckoo is raising concern over the lack of compliance with the Safety and Health at Work Act. The law was proclaimed in 2012, but Dr Byer-Suckoo says 4 years later, it appears that businesses are not taking it seriously. She raised the matter at the Barbados Employers Federation's awards ceremony for competency-based education and training programs on the weekend.
For me, it is very important that we see greater compliance with the legislation and that these kinds of activities occur to bring about that compliance. I know that I'm not seeing 100% compliance based on the feedback that we're getting. There's some who actually say they're not aware of the legislation that has been passed. And there's some who I gather, because they know the capacity of the Labour Department to inspect and to enforce the legislation is not optimal, are probably going by a wing and a prayer, you know.
Dr Byer-Suckoo admitted, however, that the Labour Department has been facing challenges in enforcing the legislation.
But what we have been doing in these couple of years since that legislation has come on the books is sensitization. And that's why I'm pleased that this program of sensitization and training has occurred. We've been going out there and ensuring, and also doing programs in the ministry and in the Labour Department to ensure that companies know about the legislation. There have been a lot of changes in labour legislation in recent years, and it is important that companies are aware of that.
Chancellor of the University of the West Indies, Sir George Alleyne, says childhood obesity can be classified as a human rights violation. Sir George told the UWI's Cave Hill campus graduation ceremony on the weekend that obese children are not enjoying the highest standards of health, as outlined in the Convention of the Rights of the Child.
I contend that adults, the agency of adults is not under question, but children are at special risk. That is why there's a Convention on the Rights of the Child. That is why there's a convention to seek to protect children. And my contention was, to the extent that adults allow their children to get fat, that is an abrogation of the child's human rights. Because children who are fat are storing up for themselves major problems in adulthood. Not only storing up for themselves major problems in adulthood, they are storing up for the state major expenditure down the road in the area of the chronic diseases. And I contend that any government which is a signatory to the Convention of the Rights of the Child is not faithful to the articles of that convention when they allow their children to become fat. I applauded the government for its tax on sugar-sweetened beverages, but at the same time I pointed out that the state that allows its children to be exposed to advertisements for the very foods that make them fat, that state is not protecting the rights of the child.
The CEO of the Barbados Agricultural Society, James Paul, is warning that it cannot be business as usual as the agriculture sector grapples with the effects of climate change. His caution came as Barbados joined in the observance of World Food Day yesterday. Paul told Barbados Today that more attention must be placed on water harvesting and recycling, given that the level of rainfall is expected to be reduced as a result of changing weather patterns. He also called for the private sector to play its part in that area.
The private sector has to step forward and take a greater responsibility in this regard. That we have to look and see how, first of all, we can better utilize our groundwater resources, but even in addition to that, how can we use, say, the water that is produced in manufacturing, the water that is produced in our hotels, the wastewater that is produced, how can we seek to implement better systems of utilizing that wastewater for the purposes of agriculture?
Students of the St. Cyprian's Boys' School will be attending classes this morning to the news of the passing of one of their members. 5-year-old Liam Bridgeman died on the weekend at a pool party in Coverley Christchurch. Police say Liam was playing in the pool with a number of children and was later observed motionless and face down in the water. He was pulled from the water and CPR was administered. He was taken by ambulance to the Queen Elizabeth Hospital, where he was pronounced dead on arrival. Tributes have been pouring in on social media to Liam's family. In sports this morning, Devendra Bishu gave West Indies a much-needed boost to put the team in a potential match-winning position in the day-night opening test against Pakistan. West Indies were dismissed for 357 in the first session to concede a first innings lead of 222 runs. But Bishu hauled the side back into the competition with 8 for 49 to rout Pakistan for 123 in their second innings. Set 346 for victory, West Indies ended on 95 for 2 after Pakistan amassed 579 for 3 declared in their first innings. After the match, Bishu told reporters he was pleased with the team's performance and is looking forward to the next game.
I think we have a good task on our hand tomorrow. I think we need to go and play the best cricket we could play. I think we have to take it one ball at a time. We have to create big partnerships and take it session by session. I think tomorrow is a very, very important day for us, and I know everybody looking up for the day.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Public bank just like Santa Claus. Maisie fix up the kitchen and a new TV we getting. A special time to commemorate. Republic will help you celebrate.
Get ready to celebrate 50 years of independence right through to the best Bajan Christmas ever with a Make It Happen loan of up to $50,000 from Republic Bank. Give your home a good old Bajan spooser, buy some new furniture and appliances, or take an after-holiday trip to visit loved ones over and away. You could also be one of our lucky winners to share in fabulous prizes. Just visit any branch to apply. Go to republicbarbados.com or call us at 227-2700. We're also available via Skype and FaceTime. Special conditions apply.
In Bajan style, it will be great with Republic Bank.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
The world, now evolving faster than ever. Products upgraded at the speed of a blink. Ideas becoming obsolete before they're realized. How do we keep our heads above water and swim? Find out when BIDC presents Innovate Barbados 2016, a conference designed to inspire and share practical solutions that will help business leaders and entrepreneurs alike transform tomorrow today. That's Innovate Barbados 2016, Wednesday, October 26th at the Lloyd Erskine Sanderford Center. Registration Barbados $300. Get more information at innovatebarbados.com or the BIDC Facebook page, or simply call us at 427-5350.
Title sponsor Promotech and HP Store Barbados. Other sponsors include ICBL, Cable and Wireless Business, Barbados Entrepreneurship Foundation Inc., National Initiative for Service Excellence, G4S, Scotiabank, Barbados Today, Inter-American Development Bank, G&A Communications Inc., Clayton's Colatonic, Cinestream Media Distribution Inc., and LensTech.
We're back now with news from the region. The destruction caused by Hurricane Matthew in Haiti earlier this month is serving as a further motivation for thousands of Haitians stuck on the U.S.-Mexico border to reach the U.S. mainland. They are determined, even though the new rules in the U.S. mean they will be deported to Port-au-Prince. We get more in this Reuters report.
Stuck in Tijuana, Mexico along the U.S. border, they have nowhere to go. Thousands of Haitians looking for asylum in the U.S., most of them here after traveling months through jungles and mountains. A surge this year in asylum seekers is partly from concerns that a Donald Trump presidency would close the border. But the situation was aggravated after Hurricane Matthew hit, killing some 1,000 Haitians. Now, the havoc of the storm only strengthens their resolve to make it to the U.S. Reverend Patrick Murphy heads Tijuana's largest migrant shelter.
At first, they were coming from all over the world, small groups and large groups, including displaced Mexicans. But recently, we are talking more than 90% who arrive who are Haitian and 10% Africans, and there is no end.
The U.S. ended this year special protections for Haitian asylum seekers that dated to Haiti's devastating 2010 earthquake. That means these Haitians are much more likely to be deported home if they cross the border. Activists are pressuring the administration of President Barack Obama to reverse the new rules, but thousands of Haitians continue to amass along the Tijuana border with no place to call home.
On the international scene, former world champion sprinter Tyson Gay is mourning the death of his 15-year-old daughter. Police say Trinity Gay was shot in the U.S. state of Kentucky around 4 a.m. on Sunday. She was hit in the neck during an exchange of fire between two vehicles in a restaurant car park. Local media say she was taken to hospital where she later died. Like her father, Ms. Gay was an athlete and competed for Lafayette High School where she was enrolled. Police have launched a murder investigation into the shooting. And that's the news this morning. Remember, you can get more on our website, www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, and like us on Facebook. We're on Izumi Media in bus terminals and Screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. Or you can tune into Channel 99 on Flow TV or Mix 96.9 FM for more news and sports. I am Mary Claire Williams. Good morning.